You are listening to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast, a show by personal trainers for personal trainers. It's time to become a better trainer, get more clients, and change more lives. And now, here's your host, the head coach and founder of Fitness Mentors, Eddie Lester.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the 52nd episode of the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast. My name is Eddie Lester. I am your host, and I am very excited because I think today's topic is going to be something that really, truly helps a lot of you out there listening. What is today's topic? Today's topic is 3 predictions for the future of personal training. And I'm so excited to be kind of sharing this with you because it's so important to always think of our careers anywhere from, 1 to 2 all the way to 5 to 10 years out, especially if you know that you love fitness, you want to help people achieve their health and fitness goals for life. That is your career. This is really going to provide some insight into what's happening in the world right now that's really going to lead to changes in our industry. And I want you guys to stick around for the final prediction because it's going to really make an impact on a lot of your businesses. So, what are the 3 predictions for the future of personal training? Let's go ahead and jump straight into it because I'm super excited. But the first one, which might be pretty dang obvious, but the first one is that the online personal training and online fitness options will continue to grow. When we think of what has happened since COVID, it's very important to understand that COVID created this rush for everything to go online because that's where people were connecting when we think of not being able to go to their local gym or not being able to work out with their friends or their family, or not being able to see their personal trainer because the gyms are closed or because they're fearful of getting COVID in that respect. And when we think of that, yes, that is one big impact that brought a lot of people online. But what really happened during this time is that people, especially personal trainers that have gone through our online personal training course, have recognized that it is a fully attainable full-time career and job in the sense that you can actually train everyone and create full-time income online as a personal trainer. But what is even more important is when we think about the, we'll say, impacts to our daily lives and to our culture. And one unique stat that came out of COVID, or at least the last year and a few months, was that the Millennial Generation, which the millennials are kind of from the 1981 to 1996, this 15-year gap of people that were becoming adults around the year 2000 in that range, or becoming we'll say more, a bigger part of society and of the national population. What we saw with these millennials, and this is such a unique stat, is people in that age gap, these are people probably in their, we'll say, mid to late 20s to mid to late 30s, maybe even touching 40 a little bit now. But what we're seeing is that one of the most unique stats was that the Millennial Generation gained on average 20 to 25 pounds. And that's something that is going to say a lot about the future of our industry because it's so important to recognize that when things shut down, our generation, who typically in that age range, people do gain weight regularly, but because of COVID and being stuck inside, not being able to maybe exercise as much, maybe drinking more or having, we'll say, worse habits like eating poorly and ordering in takeout all the time, this generation gained 20 to 25 pounds. So what does that really mean for the future of our industry? Well, these people are going to be the primary focus here for the next, I'd say, 20 years. The next 20 years of fitness is going to be focused on more millennials choosing to partake in fitness activities. One unique thing about this generation, the Millennial Generation, is they are the most tech savvy generation in history, meaning that they grew up with video games, they grew up with computers, they understand how to operate software and use a mouse and keyboard and go online and be on social networks. But what's the most, we'll say, unfortunate about this generation is they are also the least active generation in history because of this technology focus that we've had, or that this generation has had, when we think of the, always being on your phone, always being on your computer, working full time from a computer. The generation before us didn't necessarily have as much focus in technology in their careers. So, what does this mean for the online options? Basically, when we think of millennials, so much of them getting into, we'll say, finding a personal trainer now is going to be online. So much of what they do is going to be more home-based. Why? Because this generation is going to be primarily working from home. One of the first generations that, because of all the technology, because of COVID and this acceleration into utilizing technology to work, this generation is going to be the most densely populated with people working from home. What does that mean? Well, that does mean more free time, but it also means that, going outside of the house to an office in which they might go to a gym near the office or might eat lunch at places near an office, those things are going to shift. And when we think of the supply demand, the importance of people partaking in physical activity is going to be huge, but it needs to be convenient. And when you think about working from home, your ability to have a gym near your house is very important. This is going to get to our next prediction. And then also you have to think of something so convenient that I need an hour lunch break. What am I going to do? I'm not going to go get ready and go to the gym. I'm going to work out from home. And this actually leads us to our next prediction, or prediction number 2. That prediction number 2 is going to be that the private mobile trainers will thrive. And this is because when we think of people working from home and you want that convenience, people that are personal trainers that are training privately are going to be in high demand because people working from home want a trainer to come to their house for that convenient feel. So a mobile private trainer is going to continue to increase in popularity because of the millennial generation. So for those of you thinking about, maybe taking your business private, not working at a gym, probably for a lot of people during COVID, a lot of personal trainers during COVID, that was their primary focus, is going to people's houses or focusing on online options. But what does this kind of mean? Because of this work from home sort of focus that's going to happen, this is going to be the complete norm, or one of the most, we'll say, common things in the next, we'll say, or with this generation over the next 20 years, is that more and more people are going to be working from home. They want more convenient workouts. They want a mobile or a mobile personal trainer to come to their house, or they want to log into a fitness software and perform exercises there, or they want to go on virtual one-on-one call virtually to train with a personal trainer. The convenience factor is going to be huge. That's why it supports prediction number 1. But what does this also mean for our industry regarding gyms? So, large corporate chain gyms, another prediction kind of within this is that they are going to get more expensive. When you think of the operational costs for these larger gyms, they expect, 20, or we'll say 2,000 to 2,500 members to support something like a large 24-hour fitness. With the, we'll say, cultural shift and social shift from COVID, at least for the next 5 years, those gyms are going to have to reduce capacity to some extent. They're also going to have to take expensive measures to make sure gyms are the cleanest they can possibly be. This increases expenses and therefore requires the gyms to charge more for memberships. What it also does is, because they are going to have to reduce the total number of members, we'll say in total, that also is going to drive up the price of a regular 24-hour fitness or a Equinox or a LA Fitness. So those are going to become more expensive, and online fitness options for people that maybe were going to a major gym chain are now going to become or seem more reasonable. and more people are going to then partake in those options. Outdoor experiences, fitness-wise, is going to become huge too. Create an experience around a workout, like doing it at a location that people go somewhere to enjoy, we'll say the view, or getting outside and feeling open in the sense of not close to people who are wearing masks and kind of awkwardly on gym equipment. Being outside is going to become more popular. Experiential fitness is going to be such a huge part of the future as well. People want experiences, and if they can get fitness in an experiential way, that is going to provide a much more, we'll say, comfortable environment for them to want to partake in. When we think about that, gyms, these large gyms are going to want less crowd. It's going to be awkward in that respect. So boutique gyms are going to thrive. And when I say boutique gyms, this is the gyms that they might charge a little bit more, but they have, we'll say, a smaller number of members and only a few personal trainers, something like your 2,000 square feet to 5,000 square foot gyms that are, smaller in crowd, can be easily maintained to be clean, but they are able to, we'll say, provide the freedom of feeling more comfortable because there's a lot less people there. When you walk into a big crowded gym and there's, hundreds of people, all the cardio equipment's full, all of the machines are being rotated on, it just feels different now. It may not have, 5 to 10 years ago, but now all of a sudden people are like, I don't know if I want to be around that. So I'd rather pay a little bit more to go to a boutique gym where there's a lot less people. Maybe it's in your local neighborhood. So these local neighborhood gyms are going to start thriving. These are more one-offs. These are like, if you're a personal trainer right now thinking about opening your own gym and having it, we'll say, a smaller footprint that you can train in or even a training studio, things like that are going to become more popular because of this cultural shift of, I don't want to be around a lot of people when I work out. Okay. And yeah, with that, yeah, so just to kind of recap what we've gone over so far, online options are going to grow for fitness. Online personal trainers will continue to grow. Giving that one-on-one attention is so important. This is because the millennials have gained 20 to 25 pounds on average during the COVID year, we'll call it. Once again, millennials are the most tech savvy. So think about, what that means to the industry of fitness. They are going to be partaking in a lot more, we'll say, tracking apps. They're going to be partaking in maybe some, we'll say, monitors. Like I'm wearing the Whoop right now, which we'll be doing a fun review on the Whoop. But it tracks my sleep. It tracks, the heart rate variability, heart rate through your time, REM sleep, deep sleep, light sleep. It measures disturbances while I sleep. And all I have to do is just wear it right there. But these sort of technology-focused fitness items are going to be more important. Online options, virtual options, technology is going to play a huge part in fitness when moving forward. Once again, millennials are also the least active generation in history. So what does that mean? Once again, boutique gyms are going to thrive because they want people, or millennials will want less crowd. You have your private mobile trainers who are going out to people's houses because they work from home are going to increase. The number of gym trainers at 24 Hour Fitness, LA Fitness, Equinox, all these major gym chains, Lifetime, all of those are going to, we'll say, reduce the number of trainers in that respect, or the basically all the good trainers, we'll say, from those companies are typically going to leave because they can do very well privately because people have more freedom to work from home. And once again, that leads to working from home is going to be the norm. All right, so after that review, now we're focused on the third prediction. And this one is hopefully going to help you understand, if you're committed to this career, where you're going to take it next. And what this is the personal trainer and all of what they do is going to evolve. And I'll get a little bit more detailed on this, but when you think of the evolution of the personal trainer in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, there was a common stigma that personal trainers were not that educated. They took a weekend course and they count reps and just kind of, are there to just make sure that you do your workout, something like that. There wasn't this really comfortable, good outlook on what a personal trainer does, and you can see that in Hollywood all the time. And there was this bit of stereotype of the trainer just trying to get buff for himself or herself and get in shape, and then because they love to hang on the gym, they just train people and they count reps, and it wasn't this like educated, knowledgeable sort of trainer that we're starting to see evolve today. And now with you have social media, and you have the ability for people to promote their own image through social media and gain education to help people through social media. You're also going to see the evolution of the personal trainer start to offer more unique services. Or in a way, I'm thinking the personal training career path will actually evolve to rebrand itself as more holistic. When I say holistic, I'm saying broaden their offerings, because what is incorporated in health right now, fitness is one element, and personal trainers usually stuck to that one element. But now that you're getting into people's homes and you're training them online, you're getting to know them on a more personal level than just at the gym, there's going to be this opportunity to offer more help in ways that lead to, once again, a holistic approach to their health and fitness. So what does this sort of mean? This means that personal trainers are going to be more knowledgeable in the future, which is extremely important for our industry. And it's going to, therefore, expand expectations around what a personal trainer does. As we start to evolve as a career path and as a service, people are going to expect personal trainers to want to help them beyond just fitness. And typically, as in my experiences, and I'm sure a ton of your experiences out there, if you are working in a gym and you have private training clients, or you have training clients in general, those people ask more questions than just about fitness. They're talking about nutrition. They're talking about reducing stress. They're talking about supplements. They're talking about sleep and recovery. And with all of the, we'll say, more data out there on people's lifestyle and health because of technology, the personal trainer needs to get involved in tracking much more than just fitness. Because as you know, you can be the best personal trainer in the world, and if you just focus on fitness and nothing else, that person can be, doing the best workouts of all time, but eating like crap, sleeping like crap, and being stressed all day long and seeing zero results. So what does this mean? It means that the personal trainer should and or can rebrand themselves as something more holistic. So you don't have to, and guys, this is one of the most important things that I wanted to bring up in this podcast. You don't have to call yourself a personal trainer to, we'll say, assist people in fitness and their health. And as I'm sure you guys have heard, or the old personal trainers of the past are kind of, once again, they have the stigma, they have the stereotype. And we're moving into this new generation in which personal trainers are going to have access to immense amounts of data. And that data requires analyzing, and that analyzing requires knowledge, and that knowledge is then going to assist people assist personal trainers with improving the health of their clients because they have all of it. What does this mean? This means personal trainers are going to become we'll say, much more reputable career path. They're going to be trusted more, and trusted with dealing with elements of health that they previously weren't. And obviously within our scope of practice, we can do a lot, but obviously you have to check your state and local laws to see what you can and cannot do. But, when you think of a holistic approach to health, you need nutrition, you need exercise and fitness, you need mental stress reduction and or positive mental work, and then you definitely need positive sleep outcomes and stress reduction in that respect. So one thing that we've done here at Fitness Mentors is created courses that allow you to bring an entire outlook on this new personal trainer to life in that respect. And this is something that we are, with these predictions, you have to evolve, you have to adapt. And what we've done specifically is created courses that are for the future of this industry. And when we think of that, you have your typical personal training certification. We have our CPT, Certified Personal Trainer certification, that's going to show you everything that you need to know about fitness and programming and tracking and working with clients and assessments and all that, anatomy, physiology, all that good stuff, the general baseline information. But then, like I mentioned, where is this career going? It's going into full nutrition. We have our Certified Nutrition Specialist course that's going to not only provide you insight on how to assist people with nutrition, but how to do it virtually and how to assist people with, we'll say, effectively changing behaviors around nutrition. Then beyond that, we have our online personal training certification, which teaches people how to virtually train and effectively get fitness and health goals achieved through the internet. This is one of our staples of our courses because the online personal training certification is there to wrap the personal trainer in the new world of technology, fitness tracking, virtual softwares used for fitness tracking, connecting with people through live video chat, how to set up, we'll say, 120 different options for your online personal training business that are virtual based. And then finally, the newest course that we've added, and it's, in my opinion, going to be the future of what you can kind of brand yourself as, is our health coach certification and virtual health coach certification if you bundle that with our online personal trainer course. Health coaching, in my opinion, is a great word and term because there's no stigma around a health coach. If anyone, it's basically saying to your potential customer that I am including all elements of health into a program that I create for you. Health coaching also goes for significantly more dollars per hour than a personal trainer. So when we think of this new age personal trainer, 4 courses that I think every personal trainer needs to have that will lead you to be this future, or to increase your business and be an amazing, we'll say, holistic approach to help your clients, or have an amazing approach to help your clients, is the personal training certification, online personal training certification, nutrition, as well as the health coach certification. Those 4 are going to create the knowledgeable trainer that's going to be the future of this industry. And that's because a lot of the health coach goes into the psychology of helping people achieve health goals, which is so important because health goals include all pillars and foundations of health, not just exercise, not just nutrition, not just sleep and recovery, and it's really and not just stress reduction, stress management. So when we think of the future and the 3 predictions that I've brought up today, it's so important to understand that this new approach to a more holistic offering is going to be so significant, and rebranding yourself from a personal trainer to a health coach, or to a life coach that focuses on health to some degree, is going to be a lot of what you see the most successful personal trainers doing. And then one last little fun fact is that because of the, we'll say, importance and reduction of activity of this generation, medical insurance companies will start to invest and offer, we'll say, closer connections and, we'll say, pay for coaching relative to health. Now, medical insurance, you do have to have a license typically to receive medical insurance. There's are those issues, but you will see people starting to invest. Specifically, medical insurance companies will start to invest in people's health in more unique and virtual ways, because healthcare is going to take a massive hit if healthcare does not invest in preventative healthcare like fitness, health coaching, nutritional elements, sleep, stress reduction. So setting yourself up for the future, what do you need to do? Educate yourself on these topics, rebrand yourself as a virtual health coach or a virtual, holistic coach, whatever you want to call it. Utilize way more of what you know and can help people with, and create something that you can charge significantly more dollars for. And this is also what we're really teaching personal trainers how to do in the or online personal trainer courses, is like, what do you really need to call yourself to earn $500 to $1,000 per month from one client? And that last tip right there that I gave you, is rebranding yourself as not a personal trainer, is so important because people are willing to pay more for coaches that help them with more than just fitness. All right, guys, hope you really enjoyed the 3 predictions. We are going to be doing a few really cool podcasts coming up here with some Fitness Mentor students, and I hope you check those out. If you're listening to this in the future, check out the next podcast. It's going to be awesome. And look forward. Oh yeah, one big thing, guys. We want to get you involved in these podcasts. This was a recommendation from a student on what they wanted, or on what they thought the future of personal training was going to be like. So we came up with these 3 predictions. We want you involved. Email me, eddie@fitnessmentors.com. I want to hear what topics you want to be heard covered. If you want to come on our podcast, this is going to be really cool. We're getting a ton of Fitness Mentor students that are going to be become on our podcast, because we're starting to see so much success with the elements that we're providing in our education, that we want to share how these elements have helped you, the personal trainer, and all Fitness Mentor students kind of grow. So super excited to have those. Hope you enjoyed this podcast on the 3 predictions for the future personal trainer. And I will see you guys on next week's podcast. Have a good one.
As always, thanks for listening to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast. You can learn more about Fitness Mentors at fitnessmentors.com. Be sure to share this podcast on social media. And remember, we are here to help you succeed.